Happy holidays, Tamily. We are about to start, I think maybe the 18th Ask Tamily interview. Crazy! And I can't even believe it's this time of year already, and that we've been doing Ask Tamily interviews for a few months now. Our guest today is going to be Tara, and her Instagram is Yankees in Tamily. So if you aren't following her already, please do. She'll be joining in just a second. This is always the most critical part of the interview. So, let's see. She showed up for a second, but she's not there now. Okay, well, just to let you guys know a couple of things before we get started. Of course, we always have some questions prepared for our Ask Tamily interviews, but you can and we'll make sure to scroll through and answer all of those at the end. Hi, Tara!
Hi!
How are you?
Like, so close. Can you hear me?
I'm sitting on the floor, so yes, can you hear me?
You're on the floor!
I'm serious about getting as close to the router as possible.
I am in my basement. I'm sitting next to the router. That's why I'm
Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We're just going to have a casual conversation and obviously ask you some planned questions. But then we will see if there's any questions from anyone that's watching live and answer those as well.
Okay.
So, yes. There's lots of hearts
I'm
and
going to be
hello.
so distracted. I'm going to be like, oh, look at that.
Especially when it's sideways. So let's go ahead and jump in. We want to know from you, Tara, when and how did you start the Tracey Anderson Method?
Okay, so a little backstory about me. I've always been a fitness lover, and in my 20s I was a gym rat, and I spent a lot of my time at the gym doing kickboxing, yoga, step aerobics. I loved it. I never was that person that did the ellipticals and stuff. I always did the classes, and then so for all of my 20s, and then I got married and had children. And getting to the gym was so difficult because I didn't want to take time away from my family, and it was like an hour commute. So like a half hour there, half hour back. It was just not working out for me. So I needed to find like a home workout. And I started doing Autumn Calabrese 21-day fix. And I was doing Jillian Michaels. And it was working out because it was like 30 minutes. And I could, the kids are napping or whatever, but it was tearing apart my knees and my back, and I could not do that high intensity. And I remember Googling, and I don't know what I Googled. It was like exercises that are good for your back, and Tracey popped up, and I didn't know really much about it, and I didn't know how to start, because I was just like, okay, well, let me look on Amazon, and I bought Precision and Toning, and I loved it. But I wanted more because I'm like, this is all I have. And then I looked into Metamorphosis, and I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. And I did the Omnicentric Metamorphosis, and at that time fell in love with it. And my back pain was gone, my knee pain was gone, and that's how it came to be. And this was September of 2016. Okay. I finished Meta in January of 2017, and then streaming ever since.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Yeah. That's a really good story, because a lot of the time the story is, well, I started it, and then I stopped it for a year, and then I started, and you seem to have, like, the right track, and I think that's perfect, doing Metamorphosis and then going into streaming. That's awesome.
Yes, and I feel like I wish I found it sooner in my life, like I love it so much that it would have helped me with all my postpartum problems. I'm like, now I started it. I think my daughter was 2016 when she was like a year. So I'm like, why didn't I start so late? I could have been doing this my whole life.
Yeah. I'm always like, I wish I was doing this when I was a teenager all the way through now.
I know.
Imagine what we would have achieved.
Exactly. But we're here now, girlfriend.
Right. So what are some of the things about the method that made you choose it over a different, at-home fitness program?
Well, like I said, I was doing a couple of them, but one of the, Meta is obviously different than streaming. So what made me choose it, once I started streaming, I was like, there is nothing in the world that is like this. And when I was waking up with debilitating back pain, and the fact that the moves that we're doing are not easy, and the fact that I'm waking up and not in pain, that has to speak volumes. I feel like what her method does for us is it strengthens our spine and it strengthens our core, which is so vital to anything that we're doing. So that is why I choose the method. I feel like there is, the science behind it is just, it works. It really works.
So, what kind of results have you personally seen since you started?
So the fact that I can wake up without back pain and knee pain is amazing. Okay, but other than that, so I started in September 2016. So I've lost about 20 pounds and I've lost 3 dress sizes.
Wow.
Yeah, and I wasn't really going in it with a goal in mind, and I still don't have a goal in mind. I am fit, and I feel good, and I don't have back pain, and I don't have knee pain, and that is what I want. I want to be able to be in my 60s and 70s and be limber and be able to move and pick up my grandkids, and her method does that, and those results are just cherries on the top,
Right, exactly. Who in the Tamily community inspires you?
Okay, I have like a funny story about that, because we're all so inspiring to each other, and any given day I can look on my scroll and someone says something that I need to hear every single day. So everyone inspires me. But when I first found the Tamily, I was like Googling or on Insta, and I looked up that hashtag Tracey Anderson Method, I think, and the first person that popped up is Loretta. Okay, and I'm like, holy shit, what is she doing? That I can't do that. That is not, what? But Loretta is so inspiring. I mean, she's our dancing queen, and I look to her on some of those moves, and I'm like, wait, it's like another breakdown for me. I'm like, okay, oh yeah, you're supposed to do it that way. Okay, so Loretta is definitely one of the top inspiring. So I have a couple more, that stick out of my head. Is Kat from Australia. I love her posts, and her hormone posts are so beneficial. I save them because I'm like, I'm going to need this in probably a year, so I'm saving them. Who else? Who else have I written down? There's so many of you girls. Tracey, breast cancer survivor.
Oh God!
How can she not inspire all of us? I mean, you're doing your workouts and you're still going through treatment, and she epitomizes our inspiration. And Tracey, I love you. And then my girls that were doing like meta with me, that were like level above me and then level below me, were Zat, Natalia from Canada, Emily from, I think she's from the Carolinas, Rachel, and Amelia from Massachusetts. So we all kind of inspired each other, and we all kind of started streaming together around the same time.
So. That's awesome.
Yeah, so, and Suzanne, you, with never taking a rest day, for a year. And I don't know how you do it. You work out at night after your whole day of work. I don't know how you do that. I'd be like, beginners, that's all I have energy for.
I don't know how you guys do it in the morning, though.
Really?
When I've done workouts in the morning, I'm like, all I could do is beginners. There's no way. It's funny. It's just funny what the difference routine with something,
Yeah.
like you can get on, like I'm sure I can become a morning workout person, but it's just whether I'm really going to do it. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's whenever you have to get it done. Like,
right. And that's true.
We all have the different routines, and what's amazing to me is some people that switch, and I'm like, I don't know if I can end the day with the workout and then start the day with the workout.
Hard. Because I used to do that. Like, I work long shifts, so when I would come home and I would do, like, intermediate or beginners and then do master class, I'm like, your muscles haven't even recovered. I'm like, oh.
Right.
No,
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Well, I definitely find those people inspiring, too. And it's funny what you said about Loretta, because really, like, especially dances, but even some moves, I don't know if it's, like, her speed or her long legs and arms. I'm like, oh, no, I get it. Like, it's so funny to look at that. But, I mean, it's helpful to see everybody doing, you know, the different moves and thinking, like, you struggle so much with something, but then you see other people can do it, and you're like, okay, maybe, you know, I wasn't lined up right or something like that. And I mean, I don't know how we would all do this without this community. It's so amazing.
Someone's coming down.
Oh, we might have a guest star. So our next question for you is, have you ever met Tracey?
This is so silly. Why did I even choose this? Because I have never met Tracey.
I thought we were going to have this big story about meeting Tracey.
No, I didn't, and I don't know why I choose it, but I am friends with her on Instagram. Okay. So I know that's not...
Which counts for something.
It counts for something, but I'm also private, so I can't... So, like, tagging her, she's not going to see any of my posts, and whatever, but I got to the point where I was, like, direct messaging her, and she wasn't even reading them. Like, she has, like, 1,000 messages, you know, like, in a minute. So I'm like, all right. So, but I would just, like, I love your workout. It's so awesome, and I love this week's class, and when she was going through a hard time, I kind of reached out, and finally she just responded, and she was like, thank you so much, big hugs, and kissy faces, and she requested me, and now, every now and then, I direct message her, and every now and then, she direct messages me back, and I feel when we meet each other in person, which is going to happen, I'm going to give her a big hug, and it's going to be like our souls know each other, because we do.
Yes, absolutely.
No, I have never
absolutely. You have been to a Vitality Week or a studio, though, right?
No, not a Vitality Week, but but to the studio I have. It is a wish list of mine to go to a Vitality Week, but girls trip, Tamily girls that we never met in person. We never did, and we met in New York, and we stayed for 3 days, and we went to the studio, which I think you said this once, Suzanne, that if you do that and you do like 3 days or whatever, it's like a mini Vitality Week. You can make it.
Absolutely.
Those trainers are top notch.
Yeah.
You know, and
100%.
You're having the heat and humidity, studio-like conditions. I mean, and you get to do like different workouts. Like you do the bands, which were still fun. And you're with these girls that it is like a Vitality. Like you're all together in the hotel room, having so much fun, and really getting to know each other. And it's so fun. And we've done it twice so far.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I want to continue doing that. And it's just, but I want to go to a Vitality Week. How many have you been to, Suzanne?
I think 3 or 4.
Wow,
maybe.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
wow.
It is.
Wait, when did you start? What year did you start?
2000. I know I started streaming in 2016. I think I started being consistent in 2015. And I went to, like, I think 3 Vitality Weeks in, like, barely more than a year.
Wow.
Because it was, like, that was the most motivating thing to me, and I was in, like, the beginning of the journey, because I had, like, a lot of weight to lose. I wasn't ever, like, physically active before, and those Vitality Weeks would just push me. So I'm quite sure I'm still paying for them on my credit cards, but they were definitely, like, what I needed then, and Yeah. And you get like a little bit addicted to like being near Tracey with that energy. But once I did the studio, like I really think what you've done with those trips to New York, that is amazing, and it's almost exactly the same as Vitality Week. It kind of has some more advantages because sometimes with the Vitality Weeks, you're in these places that really don't support what we need, like for heat and humidity and the loud music and all that stuff. And Tracey does a pretty good job of getting to like a good place, but the studio is just different. And seeing the different trainers is just absolutely amazing. Like, I'm sure you feel the same way. I thought it was going to be disappointing to work out with someone that wasn't Tracey, and I was astonished at how amazing they are.
Just little, like, the way they do arms is so different, but it's the same.
Yeah.
So you're getting, like, this vibe, and it is just... And you know what they say about us streamers? They say that we can track Tracey so much better than the studio members. That we...
Really?
Yes. We are really good at tracking her. And there is a trainer that you remember walking around in the back kind of correcting you. Streamers aren't very much corrected. We know what we're doing, especially if it's like we've been doing that week anyway, you know, like, and we're on the masterclass.
Yeah.
So, and even that some of the members are like, oh, you're the Tamily? Like, Tracey loves you guys. Like, you are her, you know? And we're like, yeah. And we come in and we're, like, doing selfies and, like, yeah. And the studio members are like, you know? And we're like, yeah. It's loud and crazy.
Right.
So, anyway.
That's the way to be. That's what motivates us.
Of course.
So what is your personal favorite thing about the Tracey Anderson Method?
Oh my God, it's the Tamily. It's number one, the Tamily. I want to meet so many of you guys in person, and we're such a special community. I know that we say this over and over again, but it is worth mentioning. And the girls that I've met in person are so dear to my heart. And you know, when you meet friends later in your life, they're like your true friends, right? Like your friends that you meet later in your life. I feel like your friends that you have in childhood, whatever, you know, sometimes you have them forever, but these friends, you're older, you know your life, you know what you need in your life, and these friends are just, oh my God, I love you girls. And it's the Tamily. The best thing about this method, and I think Tracey knows that this what she has created is forever, you know, like once she's gone, like these friendships, that everything is just so, I'm sure we all feel that way, but that is absolutely the number one thing about this method. I'm so glad I found it on Instagram. Like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know
That's
if I
the
would have
game
been
changer.
streaming. I wouldn't have known.
Right. Yeah, I didn't know about streaming other than what I saw on Instagram. And, I mean, I was still doing Metamorphosis because I hadn't finished it. And I was like, well, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I want to have fun with them. Yeah. So, I don't know that I ever really, no, I guess I did complete the 90 days. But, you know, I mean, it's the thing that makes the biggest difference. Like, you know, you have this motivation, you have these people to touch base with, you have these people to get to know. Like, you know, that's why we're doing these interviews. Like, it makes a huge difference to me that it's a real community of real people. And then, you know, you can always learn from each other. And that's, you know, because, I mean, even for people that found Tracey's method and knew that it was the right thing for them, you know, a lot of people do not get committed until they're part of this community. That's what is so freaking cool about it.
So amazing. So amazing.
Yeah. So what is your routine actually about your workout, and how do you fit it into your regular life and all the responsibilities you have?
So I'm a morning person. So I'm a morning workout person. So I basically get up and brew my coffee, jump downstairs. I work out in my basement, so I heat up my basement and drink my 2 cups of coffee, get the kids off to school, or whatever has, you know, but I work out in the morning, and I work out on an empty stomach. And I've tried different things. Like I originally, when I was doing Meta, I was doing it in the afternoon when the kids were taking a nap, and that worked for me. And then sometimes I would do it after work at night, 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and that worked for me. But now I've gotten myself into such a routine that it has to be the morning. So if it's not in the morning, if something's going on or whatever, and it's in the afternoon or if it's in the evening, my energy's different. I don't have the energy.
Okay.
The food in my belly it just does not sit well. I can't do some of the moves right. And I perform my best in the morning. I perform my best on an empty stomach, well, besides coffee. Okay. And that's my routine. And I do masterclass 5-6 days a week. Sometimes I do a multitask in there with some cardio, but it's mainly just masterclass. And if I'm feeling under the weather, I do IMC, and I trust my body. Like I just kind of listen to what I need. And like for instance, I just did IMC on Thursday because I was having like vertigo of like this sinus thing going on, and I just do IMC or whatever. But and that's another cool thing about all these choices that she gives us. You can really, there is no excuses.
It's amazing. Right? It is amazing. Yeah, like to think we have beginners, intermediate, advanced, and multitask, and all that cardio. Like, and the bonus content, it's crazy. It is really crazy. Like, no one else is providing that type of updated content like that at all.
It's so worth every penny. It's so worth every penny to me. I'm a lifer.
Yeah. Yeah, when people say to me, like, oh, I've heard it's really expensive, I'm like, I'd pay double. She can raise the price anytime she wants. I would do whatever I need to do to make sure that's part of my life.
Well, you know what I started doing back when I didn't think I could afford it, because I was like, God, that's a lot of money. I cut my expensive coffee habit, going out and getting coffee, and I put $24 a week in a savings account. And that's more than enough. I think it comes to $1,200 a year. Well, guess what?
Wow.
That's more than your yearly subscription. Yep. So $24, I do not miss. I never see it. I feel like it's gone, and it goes right into an account.
That's a great point. Yep. You can adjust something else.
Exactly.
Like, once you do it and you know that it's the thing for you, you figure it out because it's worth it. Definitely.
Absolutely worth it. And that you can do it in the comfort of your own home. That you... I don't have to leave. I don't have to do... Oh, my gosh. That speaks volumes to me already. I'm like,
yeah, that's huge. Yeah, and I mean, I think what a lot of people think about going to the gym is, you're accountable and there's people there and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, but we have something much more powerful than that because you're not friends with every person that's in the gym.
No.
Like, you've got hundreds, probably thousands. I don't know how many of us in the Tamily are on Instagram, but a ton of women there supporting you. And, well, some men also, but, mostly a ton of these people that are there to support you. Like, that is not the same thing as you're getting from, like, a gym buddy.
And hello, can you go to the gym and be freezing in that air conditioning now? I would never be able to work out in a...
Oh, my God.
I would be freezing.
I feel like my muscles are frozen. Yes. It's insane.
I know. We're so funny now.
So, Tara, we have to know, where do you live and what do you do?
Oh, okay. I live in Pennsylvania. I live about an hour north of Philly. And I live with my husband, my sweet husband. We've been together since the year 2000. We met in our teens, and or maybe I was 20. I think I was 20. And we've been married for almost 10 years, and we have 2 children. We'll have Benjamin, who's 6.5, and Lucy, who's 4. Yeah. And what I do, it's my second career. So I am a hospice nurse. Okay. And I don't want to sound cheesy, but there are people that are called to do something, and I was called to be a hospice nurse. And I got my degree in psychology, and I worked in psychology for 8 years, and I lost my grandfather to cancer. I lost my grandmom to cancer, and the hospice nurses were amazing for my grandmom, and I wanted to give back, and I didn't know how. And I'm like, I can't do nursing. I don't know what I'm doing. But I went to school, and I did it. And I didn't originally start in hospice because you need experience. I'm like, how am I going to do this, And I've been doing hospice for about 3.5 years, and I can't imagine doing anything else in my life. And it is, I know people probably think it's weird, but I meant to do it.
It's really important.
It is so important. And to be able to give people a peaceful passing and have the families witness that is so rewarding and so important to.
That's huge.
Yeah. So
it makes a really big difference for people.
It really does. It really does. I love what I do. Yeah.
Thank you for that. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I thought that you were a nurse, but I didn't know. Yeah. Especially like the shifts and stuff. I was like, I think she's a nurse, but
yeah. So like I do 12. So on days that I work, I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna get up to work out in the morning because I just, first of all, my basement wouldn't be heated up, and that I can't work out in the cold anymore. I'm such a snob. I'm like, who works out when it's cold?
Right. Workout snobs.
I'm like, whatever, Tara, what are you doing? But and then by the time I get home, it's like 8, 9 o'clock, and I'm exhausted. And I just don't. Sometimes if I work 2 days in a row, I take 2 rest days, and I don't like to, but that's just the way it is. Yeah. I basically am a stay-at-home mom, though. Like, I work around my husband's schedule, so 2 to 3 days a week is really all I work. So.
Okay. Well, thank you for the work that you do. It's a wonderful thing.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
So we would also like to know, what is the greatest takeaway that you've had from a previous Ask Tamily interview?
Well, they're all so great. And just recently I was watching Emily Hansen's, and she gave a bit of advice that her dad gave her about, you're going to have fear. And sometimes it's not going to go away, and you need to do things afraid. And if that didn't speak something I needed to hear at that moment, and I feel like that I need that in every aspect of my life. Being a mom, being a nurse. But if I can relate it to Tracey Anderson and her method, is that we're watching that breakdown, and we're like, oh no, that's not happening. I can't do that. And if we never tried, and if we never did try to do that, we would never realize how strong we are to be able to do those things, and that goes for everything in my life. I mean, everything. So, and Emily said, what did she say? Wait, oh God, I can't even, now it's like totally left me. But if I could give any advice to those TAM newbies, is that don't ever be afraid to like move up, or just do it. You are stronger than you think. I mean, just even this master class, like I viewed it, I'm like, oh, I can't do that. And then I'm like, wait, I am doing it. I'm not doing it perfectly, but I am doing it. And and that's what Tracey tries to tell us, like, just do it. You can do this. You don't have to get an A+ every week, but you can do this. So
absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah, and that's like the life lesson about it. But we'll have to give Emily a shout out on that one, because doing things afraid, it's something like, okay, you're not going to wait until you're not afraid. You have to just go through it. And
you just have to do it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
So that's all of our planned questions, but what I want to do is go through and see if we have any questions from anyone that's been watching. There's lots of comments.
Are there? Okay. I can't read them. Can I read them, Suzanne?
I don't know. Maybe they don't show up on your screen. But
there's Rachel. Terry, you are so amazing.
It's one of people waved.
Hi,
There's a lot.
Oh, there's Nicole. Hi, Nicole. Natalia.
This is the funniest part of this.
I know, and like, look at our faces. We're like, oh.
Right. But it's better with it to the side. So, let's see.
Bad enough you find a way. Yes, Natalia. Tamily is real. That's true. I think it's just commenting, right? I flew down to Brentwood.
I think so. What a supportive husband. It takes a special person to do your job.
Oh.
You're amazing, Tara. Angel.
Oh, you guys.
Thank you for your work. Both my father and mother-in-law were in hospice last year. We lost them both within 11 months of each other, and they both wanted to be home. Aggie asked a question. She always asks amazing questions. Let me see what it says. Hold on a second. If you could spend a day in someone else's shoes, who would they be and why?
Someone else's shoes. Maybe Tracey.
Oh!
Maybe shoes?
Yeah, I don't know. That would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be fun to be as limber as her? And I don't know if I would want to do the work that she does. What's that?
As tiny.
And as tiny. Oh my god. I'd be always touching myself. I'd be like, ooh, look at my boobs and my butt. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Just one day of that hard work though would be worth that body for sure.
Holy shit! Can you imagine? She's like, I'm gonna film intermediate, beginners, and multitask today. I'd be like, no, why am I wearing your shoes today?
Right. Can it be a rest day? I don't think she has rest days ever. Okay, Kristen would like to know, when are you going back to New York City, and can she come?
Oh my god, yes, you can! Totally, please come. I don't think it's been decided what we were going to do, but anyone is welcome to come. I'm putting that out there. It's not like, oh, we're just going and no one else can come, but it's hard to plan with it's hard to plan with just the four of us. We're like, guys, come on, because of all our schedules. But I think we're going to try to go in the spring, and just because we got to kind of have to wait till after winter because we don't know how unpredictable the snow stuff. Because we already got snow. I know you don't have snow.
Right, ever.
Yeah, exactly. What is the weather right now outside?
Oh, it's at least 75, at least.
It's 35. But we had snow. We had snow really early. In November 15th or something, and a lot of it.
Yeah.
So we were going to go in the spring, and maybe we could get a couple rooms, and plan it that way. But yes, Kristen, you are more than welcome to come. We love you.
Awesome.
Yes.
Maybe I'll come too.
Please, will you? No, seriously, don't say maybe.
I would love to. Someone asked, RML, Rachel, would love to know if there's a story behind your screen name.
Oh, yeah, there is, actually. Thank you. That's smart. Yeah, so my mom's a Southern Belle. She was born and raised in Louisiana, and she loves Gone with the Wind. And there's hi. We're almost finishing up, okay? A couple more. We're getting our Christmas tree today. We're going to cut it down. Yeah, so the kids are very excited.
Awesome.
So she's a Southern Belle, and she loves Gone with the Wind. So there's a phrase in there called Yankee. Stop! You are not doing that right now. Go upstairs. He's mooning me. My husband's mooning me.
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
He's crazy. So there's it says Yankees and Tara, because Tara's the foundation,
Okay.
In Gone with the Wind, that's where Scarlett lives.
Yeah.
Yankees and Tara. Well, my screen name for my personal account is Yankees and Tara, and then Yankees and Tamily, So that's
cute.
And people think I'm from New York because of Yankees, and I'm like, oh no, I'm from Pennsylvania, and I'm not a Yankees fan. I'm a Phillies fan.
Well, that's a wonderful little story.
Yeah,
I didn't know that either. I was kind of thinking it was a New York thing too.
Yeah, no, I know.
That was a good question, Rachel.
Yeah, very good.
Let's see if there's another one. So, Aggie said your hair needs a standing ovation. It's so gorgeous.
I know. You are so sweet. My hair is so thick that I can't wash it every day. And if you knew how dirty my hair is, you would be like, that's not fair. But I get compliments on my hair all the time, so thank you so much.
It is beautiful.
Thank you.
Let's see if there's any more questions. I think all the rest are just comments. Everyone thinks your husband is funny.
Yeah, he's seriously really funny. Like, after my C-sections with my kids, like, it hurt to, like, laugh and hurt to cough, and I couldn't even be around him because I'm like, stop, it hurts. I can't do this right now. You know, I'm like, you have to go away from me.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's a wonderful life partner to have, though. Someone that can make you laugh to that extent.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Well, we really appreciate getting to know you and a little bit about your family and your life and everything. While you have this audience, is there anything else that you would like to share with the Tamily?
I don't know. I just, I'm so grateful and thankful for all of you, for all your just so supportive and so kind, and I never feel afraid to post something, you know, and sometimes I just post, like, you know, random stupid stuff, like, I can't do this pose, but whatever, but you guys never ever make me feel, and I don't think anyone in the Tamily would ever make you feel terrible, but everyone makes me feel really good about myself, and, you know, you guys are just an amazing group of gals, and I love you all, really, I do, and I want to meet you all, and, next time we go to New York, I want you to come, Suzanne.
Okay.
All of you are invited, and come and hang out. And
awesome. We'll do that. New York is a great place to meet up as the Tamily group.
I know, and the spring is just a beautiful time. It really is. It's so fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And so many of the Tamily girls live there, too. So
exactly.
You know, we can do a huge meetup.
Yeah, and then we'll just, like, be like, Tracy, hint, hint, we're going to be at the 10 o'clock class.
Exactly.
Why don't you just come? We're all
And then Tara can meet you.
And be our soul sisters, like we were mentioning.
Exactly. Yes. Well, thank you so much, Tara. We really appreciate your time. And thank you, everybody, for watching. We will have the interview on YouTube within a few days. And it'll, of course, be on Instagram for the next 24 hours.
Yay! Thank you, everybody.
Happy holidays! Have fun getting your Christmas tree.
I'm so excited. Yay!
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, Tara. Bye, Tamily.
Bye, Tamily. That's more important, all right? Mwah. Love you all.